Hey guys. In this video, I'm going to just make a list of the things or the steps that you have to follow when you are approaching a chart. Ne? So it doesn't matter what you're trading, it doesn't matter what your time frame you're looking at, but these are the steps that you're going to follow every time you open a chart or every time you try to analyze an instrument, right? So the first thing that you need to understand, or the first thing that you need to do, is to decide on the time frames that you're going to trade. If you are going to go with daily and H4, for instance, if you decide that these are your time frames, so you're just going to do daily and H4. That's your decision, right? So after doing that, you need to move to the next step. So that's the first step where you know that I'm going to do daily and H4. So that one is done. We are done. You know which time frames you're going to trade, right? So now you need to go to the next step. You're done with the time frames. You know which ones you're going to trade. So if I'm going to trade daily and H4, like I've given an example, just make sure that you write this somewhere on your notebook or something, so that every time you open a chart, you try and follow these steps and see if your results will improve, or the way you come up with the signals or trade idea doesn't improve, right? You have decided on the time frames that you're going to trade. So now remember, we have to start from top and work our way down in terms of how we are assessing. So you need to do what you call top down analysis now. So as much as I'm going to trade daily and H4, I always tell you that the time frames that are higher than that, they are still important for you to look at. So you can just quickly, don't take long. Quickly, you just look at the structure on monthly and look at the structure on weekly, and then just check or how far are we from an area of support, an area of resistance, or a trend line, and then do the same thing on daily. Then you go to your main time frame, and still you're going to start with the highest time frame on your sequence. So that's when you go to highest time frame. For instance, if you're choosing, like we said, we're going with daily and H4, right? We're giving an example with this one. So your highest time frame, you're going to start with daily. Then you'll be like, okay, now I'm on my daily time frame. I know what the weekly is doing. I know what the monthly is doing. I need to now move down and assess my daily. So when you get to the daily, the first thing that you need to do is just to mark the zone above or the resistance, and mark the zone below, which is your support, right? I'll go to a chart and show you this. So you mark the zone above and you mark the zone below, which is your support and resistance, right? And then after doing that, you don't need to mark all the supports that you have on your chart and all the resistance, because your chart is gonna be mess. It's gonna be a mess. So that's why you just mark one. Mark the nearest resistance and mark the nearest support, so that you know that on my daily time frame, it seems like the price is moving in between this. It's moving from this to that or this to that. Ne? And then after doing that, after marking those zones, you then decide on the market structure or the trend. You ask yourself, are we making higher highs? Are we removing resistance? Are we doing this? So that you can say, okay, because we're doing, maybe let's say we're removing, we are forming higher highs and we're removing resistance and we're forming support. Therefore, you conclude that your trend is uptrend. I'm giving an example. So after marking your zone above and below, you then decide on the trend. So after I showed you, I made a video where I say, how do you know that the market is going up, is an uptrend or downtrend or consolidation? So if you don't remember those, make sure that you refer back to that video and watch it, and then make note of those points that I made, where I said for us to say we're in an uptrend, we need to see 1, 2, 3. So you make note of that, so that when you're going to your daily, for instance, in this case, you just look for those points, and then if they apply, then you say, therefore my daily is going up. And then you just mark the daily trend line, which is going to be, if we decided that it's going up, it will be bullish. It will be bullish because we had decided that we are going up. Then you are done with your daily. You know where your support is, you know where your resistance is, you know where your trend line is, and you know where the trend is headed. Is it going up or down, right? Then you move down to H4. Remember, you said you're trading, don't lose focus. You're trading daily and H4. This is the example. Then you go down to your small time frame. This is the STF, small time frame. Then on the smaller time frame, you still need to check the trend. You see, are we moving up or are we moving down? Then once you have decided on the trend, let's say your daily said you're going up, and then your H4 says you're going up as well. So it means everything is easier now because they're all going the same direction, so it's easier for you to take trades. So you've decided on the trend, and then you just mark the zone above and the zone below. So now my question is, what's the zone above gonna help you, or the zone of resistance, the zone below support, right? Because here we're going up and the day is also going up, it means I'm looking for buying opportunities, right? So the zone above or the resistance would be where I'm placing my TP, good people. And the zone below it will be where I'm doing what? Where I'm executing. So the area of support, that's where I'll be looking for buying opportunities. And then the zone above, I'll be exiting my trades. I hope it makes sense. This is easier. You've decided that I'm going to buy from this is the nearest support, and yeah, I'm going to buy from it, and then I'm going to exit at the next opposing zone. Or it can also be what? Opposing trend line. If it hasn't been broken, for instance, the bearish trend line, then you can exit there. But in most cases, it's going to be your area of resistance. Then because you decided that H4 is also going up, then you put that bullish trend line. You are just giving an example with the bullish move, and then yeah, you decide on the areas in which you're going to take trades, and it's in the direction of higher time frame. For instance, we said daily is going up, and then you marked your support, and then you're going to take trades there which are in the direction of the higher time frame, right? That's easy. But now, what if let's just change this a bit so that we can see if you still be able to apply the same knowledge, guys. Just because the structure has changed a bit from what I taught you in the book, yeah, it doesn't mean now you should be confused. Ne? What if your daily is still saying uptrend, right? Your daily is still saying uptrend. You put your bullish trend line, but then you come to your H4. Your H4 is saying downtrend. Yeah. Then what is it that you're going to do? You're still going to mark the zone above, which is your resistance, and the zone below, which is your support. What is the resistance going to be used for? Because our highest time frame is going up, we are only looking for trades in the uptrend, trades in that direction. So our resistance will still be our area where we're going to exit, and our support will still be area where we're taking trades. But now here's the challenge. I clearly remember our H4 is going down, and we can't buy from H4 demand. We can't buy from H4 demand. Why? Because H4 is not going up. Why are we buying from H4? But rather we can look for H4 zone inside our daily, like we did yesterday with our VIX 75, where you can say, because our H4 is not going up, I'm not gonna buy from it, but rather I'll wait for the price to that downtrend on H4 to hit our daily support. Then I can buy from that daily support. But because the daily support is too big, I can look for a smaller H4 support inside the daily support, and then I'm buying from there. That one I can take. Why? Because I'll be buying from a daily. H4 is going down, but daily is still going up. So I can buy from daily. H4 is small. I can't fight. It is not gonna. I lean towards the highest time frame. If the highest time frame is going up, once this one is out of the trend, right? You are going to wait at this daily. That's where you're going to take trades from. But what if your H4 is still going down and the daily is still far here? Then that's your decision to make. You can try and sell this while it's going down, but now I wouldn't advise you to do that. I would rather say be patient and wait for it to come here. Or if it doesn't get there, it goes down, then boom, it breaks the trend line. Because remember, we were expecting it to be here. So for it to convince us that it is now changing the direction, we mentioned that it needs to take the trend line out and take out this and also this. Right? But if it has touched this, I can just go and buy, or I can wait for it to just take out the trend line, then I can buy this. Why? I don't have to wait for more confirmations. Why? The fact that we are at the daily support, it's a confirmation on its own. It means I've got higher odds on my side because the daily is still going up and I'm buying from a daily support. I'm still very much safe. then you continue trading like that. So I gave you both scenarios that you can come across. If the trend they are both going up, it's easier there because you're just buying, everything is going up. But if one changes, then we can't take any H4 support and say we're going to buy from it because H4 is not going up. Keep that in mind. But I can buy from H4 that is inside the daily because the daily is still going up. I hope we are still together there. So why not just make sure that you write this stuff on your notebook where you're saying, which time frames am I trading. Then now after doing that, then you can say, let me do top down analysis where I'll start from highest time frame, and then when I get to the highest time frame, this highest time frame, this here, this is the highest time frame on your combination. When you get there, that's when you mark the zone above and the zone below, and then blah blah blah. Let's go to the chart and then I'll show you. I think the concept that might be difficult for you guys is marking the zone above and marking the zone below. In terms of trend lines and market structure, this one's it's not difficult. Where you're saying, how do you tell that this thing is going up? I made a video about that one. You can just look for the video where I made about the how do you tell if the trend is going up, down, or consolidating. Then you should be fine. So you should be able to read the market structure. You should be able to draw your support and resistance, and you should be able to draw your trend line. Then you stand a greater chance of coming up with an accurate signal. So let's go to the chart. I'll show you how to mark the zone above and below. All right, so I'll just give an example with NZD USD weekly chart. So if let's say you want to mark the zone above, you just look at currently the price is here. Currently the price is sort of turning here. So it's more like the price is coming from this, or if let's say where it turned, there's a zone. If you're just going this way, if let's say there's a zone here, then you just say currently the price is moving from this, and it seems like the next opposing zone is that. So this will be the zone below and the zone above, which is your support and your resistance. That's it. This is what I mean when I say you're marking the zone below and the zone above, so that you have an idea of where the price is coming from and where it could be heading. Right one. So, but it doesn't mean it can't do something like this before going there. But you're just marking the zone above and below so that you just have an idea. Then you'll take things from there. That's how you mark the zone above and zone below. That's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Sharp.